Hello, Virgo rising. How are you? My name is Chloe Oracle. I am a tarot reader, astrologer, and psychic medium. I'm here today with your post-eclipse cosmic forecast. So we are going to ground down into some practical guidance, which I'm sure that you as a Virgo rising will appreciate. So many of us have received a lot of intuitive insight in the last 2 weeks with the eclipse portal being open. So now that we are through that time, we are able to like reflect and integrate a little bit of that wisdom. So I am tuning in with your spirit team and the celestial bodies to see, what it is that you want to consider now. And if there's any, actions that you're being invited to take, right? Okay. So, the first thing that Spirit wants me to acknowledge for you, Virgo rising, is the sheer amount or intensity of the downloads that you've been receiving in the last 2 weeks during the eclipse portal. So, just want to hold a little bit of space for that. To be fair, this eclipse was intense for many of us, but you in particular, just wanting to, yeah, acknowledge that there was a great volume and or great intensity with the amount of insight that you received, Virgo rising. Um, you more than any other sign that I have, tuned into forecasting for, like, okay. So, of course, we understand that during the eclipse portal, time slows down, right? Time speeds up. It's both. Something slow down, something speed up, right? That's just how it goes. We know that we're not meant to make any big changes, just contemplate, consider, and then potentially take, some action after we've had time to reflect. So, for you in particular, given how intense it was, it does seem like transformation is absolutely on the table. If that's something that, you choose to consider as an invitation at this time, right? Awakening, judgment, death, transformation, like these are really, really intense messages. So, yeah, thinking about too, where this falls in your natal chart and, yeah, difficult conversations you might be, called to have or changes you might want to make. We know that in order to meet up with our highest timeline, to meet up with our higher self and destiny, we often need to, there's always that invitation to clear out what's not serving us, to release habits that aren't serving us, to move on from certain relationships that aren't serving us, right? So the amount of insight that came through for you, we just really want to acknowledge that first. Like, it's not easy. It's not easy necessarily to be a vessel, and once you know, you can't unknow. And that's not necessarily a comfortable thing. So you don't have to take action on everything. I mean, we don't need to burn it all down, but truly the amount of transformation that's potentially on the table for you is astounding. I see your chart more intensely than anything else that I've looked at so far. So, yeah, wanting to hold the space for you and offer you that, compassion that, these invitations into transformation are never easy. So I would say, of course, like you can book a reading. I'm happy to serve you one-on-one, but with so many different options on the table of different changes that you can make or like, you know, potential endings, beginnings, you can really tune in on your own and ask what needs to be focused on right now. So, let me just spend a couple more minutes here with you, Virgo rising. Yeah, once you know, you can't unknow, right? That's the beauty and the pain of being being a spiritual person. Okay. So yeah, regardless, we're going forward. Um, you have prepared for this time. Okay? The insight did not drop in because you weren't ready. You were ready to receive this insight. However, not every bit of information that we receive is immediately actionable. Like you can get a message about, something in your life that you want to change and strongly resonate with that, but it's still not the right time. Sometimes it takes years to make those changes. So there's definitely some, yeah, like compassion and consideration as well, knowing that something needs to end, knowing that something needs to transform, but that you've already been preparing for this. And potentially there will be more preparing. Like you don't have to burn everything down now. What's meant to fall away will fall away. So just to be aware of that. But I'm definitely seeing a more long-term situation for you because there's so many ways that you have been invited to step up and, to progress in your own life. You can't do everything all at once. So understanding that just because you know something needs to change doesn't mean it needs to change right away. But if there are, small steps that you can take, to, take you towards your path of purpose or towards what's most aligned for you, of course, please, you're welcome to do that. So many invitations for transformation have come up for you. You don't have to do everything all at once, but take the small steps in that direction and understand that, yeah, some things are going to be actionable now and some things are going to be, further down the road for you. So really just wanting to hold that compassion for you. I hold that compassion for you. I hope you have that compassion for yourself. Don't have to do everything all at once. Just because something's true doesn't mean, like when we receive this divine insight, just because it's true and it resonates doesn't mean it's like immediately actionable. So giving yourself that space and that compassion that things will unfold, as they are intended to. And then of course, like it's always a co-creation. So, you do need, well, I don't ever want to say need because you do what you want. It's your life. You have free will, but potentially, considering taking small steps towards those changes, towards those actions, but you're not expected to like blow yourself energetically and change everything in your life all at once. Okay. So I hope that that supports you.